Previously on Science Made Simple.
A hypothesis is a prediction or an idea or even a guess that can be tested using valid scientific controls. Basically, that just means that a hypothesis starts with a question that may be answered with the right type of experiment. Here's a bonus question. What was your control in this experiment? For more discussion on controls, check out my next post as we'll discuss more controls that you can add to validate your conclusions in this experiment in that post.
Now, part 2 of our discussion on the hypothesis. For control experiment 1, you'll need water, some type of oil. I'm using baby oil because it's clear and looks like water, but you can use something like cooking oil. You'll also need water-based food coloring and a clear, transparent bottle that has a lid to close it. For control experiment 2,
You'll need water, vinegar. You'll also need a clear, transparent glass. Lastly, you'll need some food coloring. Because we are using vinegar, which is diluted acetic acid, eye protection is recommended, although I would say it's not necessary in this instance.
For control experiment number 1, we're answering the question, does the order in which the liquids are added together matter?
First, add your food coloring to the water. Swirl it around or stir it to mix it. Now in part 1, we added water to the bottle first, then the baby oil. This time we are adding the baby oil to the bottle first, then we'll add the water. This is to determine if the order in which we add the two liquids changes the outcome. Fill the bottle about halfway up. Now go ahead and add the water to the baby oil in the bottle. Cap the bottle and swirl it around or even shake it up. Now let the bottle sit and let the liquid settle for a few minutes.
What happened? Write down your observations. For control experiment number 2, we want to know, does water mix with other liquids at all?
Add your food coloring to the water. Swirl it around or stir it to mix it. Now, pour some vinegar into your clear, transparent glass. Fill it about halfway up. Now add your dyed water to the glass with the vinegar. You'll notice right away that the water and the vinegar form a single solution. Both are the color of the dye, and there is no obvious separation of the two. So we can say that water does mix with at least one other liquid.
So what can we conclude from the experiments that we've done?
In terms of conclusions, we can conclude that when water and baby oil are added together, baby oil sits on top of the water. We can also conclude that the order in which water and baby oil are added together does not change the fact that baby oil sits on top of the water. Furthermore, we can conclude that water does mix with at least one other liquid, the vinegar. And therefore, I think we can safely conclude that water and baby oil do not mix. And that is the answer to our original question from part 1 of this study on the hypothesis. Now, go back, look at your notes. Was your hypothesis correct? Last thing, are there any other control experiments that we can do? I can think of a few. For example, does leaving the cap on or off of the bottle after adding the two liquids together change the outcome? We tested whether or not water mixes with other liquids, but how about the baby oil? Does adding baby oil to other liquids cause it to mix with any liquid? Try to come up with some additional control experiments and write down a hypothesis. Then test it out. I'll see you next time.